Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper One, and this is some news that you need to know. First of all, thank you for all the help you've given in regards to the farmer that has the disease. Now, he has 190,000 birds, so a lot of the recommendations were nice, and it would have been very appropriate if you had a small 10, 20, 50 birds. But on the scale he has a problem, he has to really deal with it. This disease looks like it's killing a lot of birds. One report was that they're using heavy equipment to remove some of the birds, not from this guy's flock, but other barns. And these barns are huge. I was told that some of these barns or farms can hold 1 million birds. So when a disease gets in there, it can just spread like wildfire. So thank you for all the information. And next, just a reminder, I got this from JRH Enterprise, Robert. The new tube contract starts in June, so this is the last month we'll be able to run the deals we've been running on the tubes. So they're currently running the PVS 14s, the high-grade model with the white phosphorus. They're $29.99 for the 1900 FOM. That's just the quality of the tube, and then you can go up different qualities of the tube, and the next one is at $32.99. This is a lot of money, and I understand this, but this is a combat multiplier. I believe in it so much. I have a set. My son has a set, and I will, before I guess June 1st, we'll be purchasing another set for my wife, because you know, sometimes she feels left out if there's something out there, and you have to switch back and forth to one pair. So I am going to purchase a pair for her. I believe this is a good use of my money. Trying to put my money into something tangible, because I believe the dollar is collapsing, and it will only be a matter of time when we'll look back and say, man, $32.99 was a deal for Nods. So if you're looking for a combat multiplier, please look at night vision and look at quality night vision. I'll put the link for JRH Enterprise and his night vision. So if you're thinking about getting them, it might be time to act immediately, so you don't get hit with a price increase. Like everything else, everything is going up. Let's get right into the news. You probably heard that Moscow was hit with a swarm of drone attacks, and they hit the apartment buildings. Some of the ones were in wealthy suburbs where Putin's friends have their luxury retreats. So was this an attack against Putin? Was this an attack against his supporters? I do not know, but it was definitely civilian areas where these things were aimed at. Russians claimed they shot down several, but they did have a few injuries on the ground. There was a shooting on the Memorial Day, and this was on the boardwalk at Florida Beach. 9 people were injured. The police said they believe it was an altercation between two groups, and people were caught in the crossfire. Also, a Texas firefighter was stabbed Monday morning by a man accused of starting several of the fires that they responded to. The firefighter is going to be okay, but if you're a first responder, always keep your guard up. You do not know what's going on out there. I saw a video of a North Carolina bus driver. This would be a public transit bus driver and a passenger. Both exchanged gunfires. I guess the passenger wanted to be dropped off at a non-official bus stop, and he was told no. And there was a shootout on the bus. Both men were injured, but I don't think anyone died. There was also a shooting at a casino in Seattle. 2 men and a woman were hit. As you can see, the theme here is crime. I had probably 100 stories over the Memorial Day weekend of serious crime where people are not acting properly. Also, a man was assaulted with a machete at Seaside Park in Bridgeport, and this was on Sunday night. He was rushed to the hospital and treated. And the man that did it is being sought. You might have heard about the 40 teenagers that jumped 3 Marines on California Beach, beating them severely. They're going to be okay. The Marines will be all right. I guess something happened with fireworks, and they were asked, the crowd was asked to not shoot them at, I guess, them or in their vicinity, and a vicious mob attacked these Marines. Luckily, there was a couple people that came to their rescue and stopped the beatdown. This is summertime, and it's very important for water safety. We're all hitting the beaches, we're hitting the pools. A child did die in Mesa, Arizona, pulled from a swimming pool. So be very careful. Watch your children. If your children can't swim, put them in a life jacket or floaties, or better yet, watch them constantly. Do not take your eyes off them, and do not text and look at your phone, because it will be precious time where your eyes are off your child and they could run into trouble. Also, you've probably been watching the debt ceiling. The Republicans said they have a deal with the Democrats. I have read some of this deal. It is beyond belief. It is not a deal. It's basically going to give the Democrats and the Republicans, because we all love to spend money up there, the green light for $4 trillion in debt over the next year and a half. This is unacceptable. $4 trillion in additional spending. The Republicans are not doing us any favors. I call myself a Republican, but I'm thinking about not calling myself a Republican anymore, because there is no difference between Republicans or Democrats other than little minor points. If you've been looking at consumer confidence, it did decline in May, because consumers are definitely feeling the pinch of higher prices. So we're going to continue to watch that, but I believe very soon they're going to have to start saying that we're in an official recession. The United Arab Emirates has pressed the United States to make more muscular moves to deter Iran after they seized 2 oil tankers in the Gulf in the recent weeks. So this is showing the world that we are not the superpower that we used to be, when Iran feels no restraint to do whatever they want in the Gulf. So some of our allies that are in the Middle East are asking us to take care of this problem. It would be a nice day when we didn't have to worry about this problem, that we could rely on our oil industry and our oil companies to bring it out of the ground here in the United States, so we wouldn't have to worry about protecting these oil areas and let the rest of the world protect themselves. This is boots on the ground report I got. My wife and I moved to a more rural area outside of Charlotte, North Carolina about 2 years ago. We have noticed an alarming trend that has popped up very recently. We live near I-77 corridor, where many truck companies are located. There are vacant lots from our area, and they extend from Virginia down to North Carolina along this same route. We have normally witnessed about 5 to 10 extra trucks being stored here. But in the last few weeks, we have seen dozens, if not hundreds, being stored. And they did send me pictures. So is this because the economy is not as great as they want it to be, and there's not as much traffic? And I believe that's true. So if you're not running trucks on the road, the semi-backs are being parked, and he sent pictures of it, and he said this is not normal. Also, this happened in Tennessee. They have boxes where if you want to get rid of your child within 2 weeks of birth, you can. And they finally had one of these boxes used in Tennessee. A newborn child, was put into one of these boxes at a fire station. Now, these boxes are not just a box. In South Carolina and other places, they have them. They're air conditioned or they're heated. As soon as you open the door, you put a baby in them, they lock, and they can't be opened again by anybody else. They have alarms in them that will let the fire station know. So I am happy to report this. Yes, that child probably won't know his biological mother or father, but the child is safe. So if you have this law in your state, make sure people know about it. There's no excuse for newborn mothers that have no support structures to just abandon their baby either in the dumpster, in a bathroom. There's legal ways where you can get that child in a safe environment. So that's actually good news to me. I'm looking forward. Hopefully this child will be put into a foster care system and with his age or her age, I do not know what sex the child is, it should be able to be adopted very quickly. There's a lot of people out there that are looking for children, especially a newborn, very easy to adopt. Thanks for watching.